Good morning, fellow shareholders and mga kapamilya. Lopez Holdings Corporation reported 5.893 billion pesos in net income attributable to equity holders of the parent for the year 2018, or 39% higher than the 4.225 billion in net income attributable to equity holders of the parent reported in 2017. The financial performance of investees First Philippine Holdings Corporation and ABS-CBN Corporation accounted for these results. First Philippine Holdings benefited from the favorable operating results of its energy, real estate, construction, and manufacturing businesses. Consolidated revenues increased by 20% year-on-year to 125.389 billion pesos from 104.89 billion pesos. This was primarily due to the increase in the sale of electricity, contracts and services, and sale of merchandise, which represent the operations of First Philippine Holdings subsidiaries. Sale of electricity accounted for 83% of the revenues in 2018 versus 82% in 2017. Earnings from investments accounted for under an equity method decreased by 27% at 1.495 billion pesos from 2.038 billion pesos year-on-year, representing the performance of ABS-CBN as well as share in the performance of First Philippine Holdings units. ABS-CBN experienced a challenging year and reported a 40% decrease in net income year-on-year. For the first quarter of 2019, your company reported a net income attributable to equity holders of the parent of 2.291 billion pesos. This is 108% higher than the 1.104 billion pesos in net income attributable to equity holders of the parent reported in the first quarter of 2018. Better financial results of the energy group under associate First Philippine Holdings and a significant recovery in ABS-CBN's media and entertainment earnings, coupled with minimal foreign exchange adjustments, accounted for the increase. Unaudited consolidated revenues increased by 19% to 32.77 billion pesos from 27.565 billion pesos year-on-year. This was due to the increases in the sale of electricity by 20% to 28.03 billion pesos from 23.4 billion pesos, and contracts and services by 45% to 1.905 billion pesos from 1.311 billion pesos year-on-year. All revenue items were generated by operating companies held by investee First Philippine Holdings. Unaudited consolidated costs and expenses increased by 15% to 24.094 billion from 21.028 billion pesos year-on-year. Equity in earnings of associates, PDRs, and a joint venture represent primarily the performance of ABS-CBN through Lopez Inc. PDRs, as well as share in the performance of First Philippine Holdings units. ABS-CBN registered a 120% increase in net income during the period. Net other income and expenses pertain to First Philippine Holdings and its subsidiaries and affiliates. This account includes finance charges, finance income, foreign exchange loss, dividend income, and other income. For the full year 2018, Lopez Holdings' total consolidated assets grew to 390.63 billion pesos from 388.05 billion pesos in 2017. This figure mainly includes assets of First Philippine Holdings. Debt to equity ratio improved at 0.39 times in 2018 versus 0.41 times in 2017. Also, book value per share was up at 15.0 pesos a share at the end of 2018 from a value of 13.83 pesos a share in 2017. Since May 31, 2017, the parent company, Lopez Holdings, had no more direct obligations. On a consolidated basis, total liabilities stood at 202.47 billion at year-end 2018 versus 200.791 billion pesos at year-end 2017. For the first quarter ended March 31, 2019, Lopez Holdings' total consolidated assets slightly increased by 1% to 393.877 billion pesos as of March 31, 2019, from 390.63 billion pesos as of December 31, 2018. On a standalone parent company financial position, accounted for at equity method, Lopez Holdings' total assets as of March 31, 2018 stood at 69.55 billion pesos. It is composed of current assets, which is mainly cash and cash equivalents, and non-current assets, representing our carrying value of investments in First Philippine Holdings and ABS-CBN. Total equity attributable to parent stood at 69.22 billion pesos. In 2018, Lopez Holdings received 962 million pesos in cash dividends from conglomerates First Philippine Holdings and ABS-CBN. In the same year, your company paid out 463 million pesos in cash dividends to shareholders. Just this morning, your company declared a cash dividend of 10 centavos per share to shareholders of record as of June 26 and payable on July 10, 2019. This is the 9th consecutive year that your company paid cash dividends since the complete resolution of the company's long-standing debt obligations in 2010. First Philippine Holdings is changing not with but ahead of the times as its energy, manufacturing, and property development business units are in various phases of projects that would transform their businesses into continuously viable enterprises. Its unit, First Gen Corporation, is closely studying its LNG terminal project to ensure that there will be ample fuel supply for its natural gas-fired power plants, whether or not the Malampaya gas supply contract is extended. With Tokyo Gas Company Limited as its first partner, First Gen gained the access to sufficient global information as well as half a century of industry experience to guide its final investment decision. First Gen's pioneering work in the natural gas industry in the Philippines made it a credible proponent of the project, which is among the reasons it received in March 2019 a notice to proceed with the project from the Department of Energy. On the manufacturing side, First Philip Corporation is driving its electrical utilities business into new growth areas as technological changes are providing new markets and opportunities. With renewable energy, smart meters, and energy storage becoming necessities to help address the vulnerability of our electricity distribution systems to climate-induced catastrophic events, the First Philippine Holdings Group is ready to stay relevant with the products and services that meet the requirements of customers and regulators alike. On the property development side, Rockwell Land Corporation has again transformed the Makati skyline with the completion of the proscenium at Rockwell. Units in its first 4 towers are currently being handed over to the owners, which is to be completed in the next couple of months. We also look forward to Rockwell Land's hotel and leisure projects, the Aruga Hotel in Rockwell Center, Makati, and the Aruga Mactan Hotel and Aruga by Rockwell Resort and Residences, both in Mactan, Cebu. Despite a rather challenging year, ABS-CBN declared cash dividends of 92 centavos per common share in 2018 based on the previous year's earnings. But more importantly, the media conglomerate went full steam into its transformation into a true digital company. It reintroduced its over-the-top service, now known as iWant, to go beyond its catch-up TV viewing beginnings and offer original movies, TV shows, music, sports, and other events for live streaming by users in the Philippines. When the OTT service was first introduced in 2010, it was meant as a catch-up service for Sky Cable subscribers who may have missed their favorite scheduled TV shows due to work or other commitments. Today, iWant is available as a mobile application accessible from any device, offering 95,000 hours of content on demand, including programs that can be viewed on Free TV, UHF, Channel 2. It is important for ABS-CBN to learn, develop, and expand its reach in the digital arena to ensure that it stays relevant to the changing needs of viewers. Majority of the millennials do not really watch free TV that often anymore and prefer to view shows on demand anytime it is convenient for them, anywhere they may happen to be. By doing this, ABS-CBN is in good position to eventually cater to a bigger market, non-Filipinos all over the world. We are determined to see through all these transformational projects that will make our investees continually relevant, sustainable, and valuable to our country and fellow citizens. Thank you again for your confidence in your management team. Good morning.